There's something strange about booting up a game at 2 a.m. and realizing you can finally breathe for the first time that day. Not because the game is happy, not because it's easy, but because for once, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to perform. You don't have to be okay. And I never realized how much of my life was made of pretending until my character became the only version of me that I recognized. In real life, people tell you who you are long before you even figure it out for yourself. They categorize you as the calm one, the responsible one, or you're the one that doesn't complain. And you start playing those roles because it feels safer than challenging them. But in games, you pick your class, you pick your dialogue options, you pick your path. No one interrupts you, no one tells you that you're acting different or you're making the wrong decisions. You're finally allowed to explore a version of yourself without judgment. And that's when I started to notice something. I wasn't using games to escape reality. I was using games to escape the version of myself that reality kept insisting I be. There's a brutal kind of honesty in games. If you fail, the game tells you. If you win, the game tells you. No passive aggressive hints, no unspoken expectations, no silent disappointment. It's clean, it's consistent, it's honest in a way people rarely are. I think that's why I trusted games more than I trusted real life for a long time. In games, the world reacts to who you are, not who it wants you to be. The consequences make sense, the rules are fair, and somehow that makes it easier to face truths you'd normally run from. Like realizing you're lost or exhausted from carrying a life that doesn't even feel like yours. Games didn't hide these feelings from me. They gave me a safe place to actually hear them. I don't know if it's just me or if this even makes sense, but I feel like there's a weird shock that hits when a fictional character says something you've been scared to admit. A single line of dialogue that it feels like was waiting for you, like that you were meant to hear. Sometimes it's a character breaking down after pretending to be strong too long. Sometimes it's someone admitting they don't know what they're doing with their life. And suddenly it's not just a game anymore. It's someone saying the things that you've been carrying alone.
When I was a young man, I had liberty, but I did not see it. I had time, but I did not know it. And I had love, but I did not feel it. Many decades would pass before I understood the meaning of all three. And now, in the twilight of my life, this understanding has passed into contentment, love, liberty, time. Once so disposable, are the fuels that drive me forward. And love, most especially, for you, our children, our brothers and sisters, and for the vast and wonderful world that gave us life and keeps us guessing. Endless affection. Ezio Auditore.
I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. That weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
I shall try.
I know you will.
These moments are intimate in a way real conversations often aren't. Because characters don't judge you, they don't remember your mistakes, they don't change how they look at you. You get to listen without being exposed. You get to feel without needing to explain yourself. Video games were the only place where I could hear my own thoughts without feeling like I was wrong for having them. There was a moment in my life where I'd play games pretty much the entire day, and I wouldn't stop grinding for XP I didn't really need, and I told myself it was just relaxing, just a way to unwind. But the truth is, grinding was simpler than facing the stuff I didn't want to think about. You don't have to be honest with anyone while grinding. You don't even have to be honest with yourself. You just play mindlessly. You just keep moving forward, even though you're not really going anywhere. It took me a long time to realize that chasing levels or a new higher rank felt easier than admitting that I was burnt out. That hitting a really high rank in a game was easier than admitting I didn't feel like enough. That I liked games more than my life because games didn't ask me to confront things I'd been avoiding. And oddly, that realization didn't make me love games less, it made me understand why I needed them. Games became a place where I could express versions of myself I wasn't brave enough to show in real life, and oddly, that actually made it easier to show in real life. Some of the most honest moments I've had with myself happened during loading screens. Literally. I was just sitting there, staring at the progress bar, and my brain finally stopped. And I randomly began to realize so many things, that I was tired, I was scared, I was overwhelmed. I didn't really know what I was doing with my life, and I miss who I used to be. I miss being happy and carefree and satisfied with who I was. But honestly, having that realization inside of me, paired with my best friend, gave me a solution that I didn't really realize I needed until that moment. I realized that I needed purpose. I needed to find something that I was super passionate about and pursue it. That's actually why I have this channel right now. This channel is the vehicle I use to get fulfillment out of my life. Games finally gave me silence and downtime and peace, so I could finally think. It gave me a moment where the world wasn't asking for a response. It gave me a safe environment where I could feel something without feeling the need to hide away from it or explain myself. These quiet moments and conversations I've had have opened my eyes in ways that most conversations never had before. Eventually, something changed. Not suddenly, not dramatically, more like gradually noticing that the honesty I found in games and in the conversations I've had with my friends in the past year was something that I could bring into the real world, into who I am as a person. I started accepting when I'm tired and realizing that I needed a process to overcome that rather than ignoring it. I started admitting that I don't know. Instead of pretending I had a plan, I realized that it's okay not to know as long as I'm doing something about it. And so this channel, like I said, is my way of doing something about it. And so far, it's been amazing. I started being honest with people the way that NPCs in video games were honest with me. I've had more honest moments with my friends where I'm real with them, and as a result, my friendships have never been stronger. Now, I'm not saying games fix me, or they'll fix you, or they'll even be a solution for you, but I think because of the perspective I've had, games have taught me the language of myself. And now that I've learned it, I feel like I can't unlearn it. Video games have made me a way better and happier person, not only to myself, but also to the way I talk to my friends and my family. Presentations, something that I used to be fearful of before because I was giving my opinion on something and because I had stage fright, is now something I crave. Not because it's any easier, to be honest, but because I love the feeling of overcoming a challenge and going out of my comfort zone. Video games have taught me not to hide behind comfort, but to constantly challenge it and go outside of your comfort zone. I've been doing that over the past couple years, and I can't say how much my life has changed for the better. I honestly don't even think I would have been married right now if it wasn't for me going out of my comfort zone. I don't use games to hide anymore, but I still use them to understand. Because games were the first place I ever told the truth. That I was scared, lonely, or that I had a feeling of unfulfillment inside of me. And maybe that's why I still love them. Not because they let me escape reality, but because they showed me how to face it. If this video had you thinking or gave you your own perspective on what I've talked about, let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion with you. Thanks for watching and see ya.